Hello everyone. Coming on a minute early because I need you lot to give me some thumbs up. Is the sound okay? Can you hear me? Is it working? Give me some thumbs up. Hopefully we get some thumbs up. All good? You can hear me? Yay! Yes! Okay, that is a good start for our Scotty Talks on a Monday. Guys, can you see? I'm so excited because every day we are turning this more official. You lot have already seen the logo, which is amazing. But look, I've made a little den for you. And I know last week, me and Lucy spoke about how we don't want our houses to be a shrine with all our like medals and all our medals. Look at me just throwing that out there. But all our medals and stuff. So I actually today, obviously I can't go out besides my run and my exercise. So I can't decorate and make this into like a Big Brother diary room. So I've used all of this for you to see. Look, this one is my 100th cap shirt, which I got signed and I was a captain. Look. So I've put that all in the background for you, just for you to get cozy. And let's make this more official. Before we do start and before Beth joins, she has actually just been on radio with TalkSport, so we're just waiting for her. But I need to say a few thank yous because my logo, Scotty Talks, hey, live. So a big shout out to Vicky. I know you didn't want any thanks, but it just makes us a bit more official, and I am absolutely loving it. And a big shout out to, obviously you saw the Beth Mead announcement today with the illustration and everything. I've got someone working with me, a friend. It's always the team behind the team, Zen Clark, so please go and check out her Instagram because she is just incredible. The designs that she comes up with. Are you liking my cup? We need to go more official with this, don't I? I need to like get my logo on here. Soon come. So guys, talk to me. Who have we got? Where have we got? Hi Alex, how are you doing? I'm good, thank you. Hope you're liking the new location. Don't be laughing at it because I do feel like I'm sitting in a bit of a shrine to me. Where are we listening in from, guys? Tuning in from, I should say. It's birthday. Happy birthday. Is that Charles? Hi. Oh God. You don't want me to start talking about my dinner. I think I've had a mare again. You know, look, you lot told me about my soup on Friday that if I heated it up, then it might be okay. But I didn't want to risk it. But this morning, I took out my soup. I don't know why I didn't take it out last night. But I took it out this morning and I don't think it's going to be defrosted in time. So when this is over, I think I'm struggling again. Oh, but I do you know what? My mum and my nan always used to say, always have biscuits. So if someone comes over, you can offer them a biscuit. So besides my tea, look you lot, I bought you some biscuits. They're a bit plain, rich tea and a ginger nut. Hope Neil's not tuning in. Right. Right, Beth Mead, are you there? Type, but let me see you if you are here so we can go live and connect. At least you haven't burnt your potatoes. No more burning the potatoes. Right, here she is. Okay, everybody, let's do this. Let's go live. Let's wait, having my cup of tea.
Hey.
Hey. Yo, how's radio?
Yeah, it was okay. I got asked a few tricky questions.
Oof, like what?
Yeah. Should the bottom leagues below have been cancelled? Because they've been cancelled, haven't they?
Yes.
The lower leagues, and I was like, I mean, as a footballer, I wouldn't have wanted that to happen, but yeah, for the situation at the moment, it's a bit, yeah. Ooh. So I was stuck in an awkward situation whether I said no, I didn't think it was fair, or whether I wanted it to. So,
but then even thinking about like that's obviously happened with the lower leagues. Yeah. But are you thinking about the WSL and what's going to happen, and how do you feel at the moment?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you're worrying as a player because that's happened to the lower leagues, and obviously if the coronavirus keeps going the way it is, then you think that's probably going to happen to our league, but you don't know where it leaves everything. You know, everything's like unanswered questions, like what happens to Champions League? Who qualifies for Champions League? Does someone win the league? Does someone not? Like,
wait, if that happens at the moment, considering where you are in the table, you'll be back in Champions League.
We would be out of Champions League.
Oh, you'll be out. Yeah, but if it goes on from last season.
Yeah, if it went from last season, we'd be fine.
Oosh.
Yeah.
Oh, Champions League. You're having a laugh.
Yeah. So it's a tough situation. You don't. I mean, I'm sure Chelsea and City would. Well, maybe they won't be happy for that to happen, but they'd be happier than we would be right now.
But have you spoken in terms of like the other players on the team, or is it just the whole same thing that everyone's just like, we just don't know?
I mean, Claire, you know Claire Wheatley, my general manager, she's done like a group call today to try and update us on like stuff that's happening. Yeah, she's kind of just try to update us as we go. They've got options that they want to keep the league going, whether it starts in May or June is an option, but yeah, we don't know going forward whether that'll happen, if the virus gets any better or it gets worse, or so yeah, there's still unanswered questions, even though she's trying to keep us up to date, as I'm sure other clubs are probably doing the same.
That's what I mean. So many unanswered questions with just everything in life in general. All our lives have come to a halt. Pressing pause on everything. But got you on the live, on Scotty Talks Live. Let's talk about you. In terms of all of this, how's your recovery going?
It was going good. You know, I had up to week 5, I was in the training ground, you know, being able to use the anti-gravity machine, which obviously takes my body weight away, so I can kind of run but not. We had bikes, you know. I don't know if people probably seen the other day that I pleaded on Instagram to ask if anyone had a bike, because we haven't got access to one. I live in a little flat, which obviously I haven't got a gym in a separate room where I can do stuff.
So what? I think this is the thing with the Americans, when they're fighting for equality and everything, it's more than just asking for money. It's asking for those things, the disparities between women and men, obviously, that you, like you said, you live in a little apartment, you don't have a gym in your house or the stuff that you need to carry on with your recovery, and you're having to tweet about asking for a bike.
I was embarrassed to do it, like, it's not something you want to do, but Dawn Scott, you obviously know Dawn. Yeah. She was like...
Dawn is, for everyone tuning in, let's give you some background. Dawn basically is the exercise scientist that now works on the England team. She was with she started with England.
Yeah, then she went to America.
Yeah, now she's back with us. But yeah, carry on.
Yeah, she kind of bullied me and said, Shy Ben's get nothing. I mean, England and Arsenal try to help us best they can, you know, but there's only so much that they can do at this moment in time. You know, the training ground's on lockdown, so they're not even allowed in to get us equipment.
Yeah.
So yeah, Dawn basically told me to put it out there, to ask for one, and you never know what happened. But luckily for me,
you don't ask, you don't get no.
Exactly. Shy Ben's get nothing, as she says. But yeah, it was tough. Like, I went a week without doing really any cardio because I couldn't run. So yeah, I was lucky enough to get the bike off Gary Lewin, who obviously,
Gary Lewin is the physio at Arsenal, everyone that works on the men's team, and
and he's been helping us out. He's got his own clinic now, and he luckily, not luckily, the clinic got shut down obviously for obvious reasons, and he said I could borrow the bike till obviously, I want to say this all blows over. It's not Shaun of the Dead, but till this obviously,
till we don't know what's going on, that you need to keep up your fitness.
Yeah.
Because that is the thing, isn't it? Because in terms of like the differences with this happening, soon as hopefully the league does come back, the players, you're going to need that time to get back in peak condition before you can even play games.
It's like a pre-season in the season.
Yeah,
if that is even a thing.
Gets you up to match fitness other than playing matches.
Yeah. Like, there's nothing that compares to match fitness, you know. I could do all the running in the world here, but I can get on a football pitch and have to sprint and stop and sprint and stop and then cramp after 50 minutes or something, you know?
Yes.
It's not the same. It's hard, but yeah, we're not allowed any contact at the training ground, so yeah, God knows when
Let's talk about that. Let's take it back, because if people are just tuning in and we're talking about Beth coming back from her injury, let's take it back. What injury did you have? How long, and what's the process been?
So I did my MCL, grade 2.
Which is medial cartilage ligament.
Yeah, which is your inside ligament.
You got
me. You know that. Yeah, I did that in the Liverpool game in a tackle. I mean, yeah, bad timing, I guess, and how my foot was planted. So yeah, that happened on a midweek game against Liverpool. So I went to see a knee specialist. He was quite happy with it to not need surgery or anything. Normally you need surgery when it's completely ruptured, which I was not near, but they like to check anyway. And then I just went into a process of icing a lot.
Yeah.
To get my swelling out.
Wait, can I ask a question? Because this is always like, I did, besides my chronic ankle injuries, my only other big injury was actually me doing my MCL. And when the doctor sits you down with the results, like, what goes through your head in that moment?
Do you know what? I was, I think they were quite sure about it. And so I went in to get the MRI, and then it got sent an hour later to our physio. And normally she would take you into a room, and you're like, obviously you don't know what's going to happen. And she just sat me down in the hub, which is the lounge area at Arsenal. I was just like, yeah, it's a grade 2. All the other girls sat there. I was like, oh great, that's fine. It's fine.
Just so blasé.
She was just very chill, but then as a person I am, so she knew. I was just like, right, okay, that's what it is. I was already in the mindset of, right, this is it.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Now I've got a rehab, you know. And I've been lucky enough not to have many injuries in my career. I've probably had most of them at Arsenal.
Don't be blaming Arsenal.
No, I broke my collarbone, so that one was probably not Arsenal's fault.
I remember that. I was still playing then.
Yeah, you were. I was doing my running with you after.
I remember our running sessions after. Like, for me, I like to laugh and kind of make everything into like a fun competition anyway. And I remember on some of our last like runs where we were like on our hands and knees. Yeah. And like I'm still like trying like, come on, I'm older than you. You can get me.
That's so true. I really hated you at that point.
But we got through it. We did.
Yeah.
And then my thing. Yeah, go on.
No, I was going to say the worst thing is the S&C coaches. If the men, they just keep going.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm meant to be the athlete. You're just meant to be the coach. And they make you feel worse about yourself as well. It's never good.
But they mean well. Do you know what? My thing was, I remember that they always used to, like, they give you a date when they think you're going to be back by. So like 4 months or roughly. In my head, I used to be like, nah, I can make it back before then. I'm going to make it back before then. Like, I was so like in my head ready to prove them wrong that I was going to get back quicker than what they thought. But they're the experts.
Yeah, this is true. So I got given 6 to 8 weeks. And obviously the process is longer now because I don't need to rush it, which is good, but not. And Kim obviously injured a couple of weeks or a week or 2 before me. So we were kind of on a similar timeline. So I was like joking. So I had the brace on and she had her big moon boot on. So everywhere we were going, people were just laughing at us. And they were like, have you been kicking each other? And we'd be like, ha. It's constant. But me and Kim have been kind of making a competition. Who can get back first? Obviously, feeling okay, but I got out of my brace before Kim, so then I was like, haha, I'm a week ahead of you. And then Kim got out of hers and she was like, no, I'm coming for you. And you know,
wait,
Kim,
so that was the picture, because on your Instagram, guys, go check it out afterwards. It's like you and Kim in the gym, but obviously you've got a massive smile on your face.
Kim hates me. Honestly, Kim's like zoned in, complete pro, and I'm like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I do everything, and actually Kim, I've spent too much time with Kim that I'm actually like that now. Like, I'm just like zoned into everything I'm doing, but she's rubbed off on me in a good way. But yeah, I think it's been quite nice for her, because I'd like to think I've made her laugh a lot while she's also had a serious side as well. So me and Kim have had
that's the thing, isn't it? Like, in terms of when you talk about footballers and injuries, and most of the questions that we get from last week with Liam and Lucy and everyone being on the show is, how do you like deal with it mentally with injuries? Because you do. Sometimes it can be lonely, just you in the gym, or at least you've got Kimmy as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a nice place to be, and there's been actually quite a few of us at the moment in the gym. So there's the likes of me, Kim, Dan Carter, Leah Walty and DVD. So we've been good company for each other, and actually we've kept each other sane, especially DC, Dan Carter. because obviously she's had a tough road with both of hers being quite close together. So it's probably been nice just towards the end of her being able to run and be out on the pitch again. It's probably been really nice for her. I'd like to think so. She could tell me otherwise, but yeah, it's been nice for each other. And actually, you create a little bit of a different relationship with some people just because it's a different environment compared to being out on the pitch all the time. Or so yeah, me and Kim have quite a weird relationship.
Drop some stuff
now.
for us. So what have you spending time in the gym with certain players now? What have you learned about them? Like more about DC. Tell us about Dan.
Oh, well, we've got a thing at the moment. So she says she's at her specialties. So we pretend to play mastermind sometimes in her specialties, maths.
Oh, okay.
So she always comes out that she's really, really good at maths and all of this. And then we'll ask her a question. She'll, that's not a proper maths question. She'll just deflect every question that's given to her.
So never answering it.
Never answers it. Never answers it. I spoke to our physio this morning. She said, I sent Dan a maths riddle. She didn't answer it because she said riddles aren't maths. So she just deflects everything.
So honestly. She's never actually answered it.
No.
What I'm going to message her afterwards. Wait, and then who's in charge of the tunes in the gym then? Oh, Dan Carter's it. Be careful, Beth.
Be
careful. DC's in the building.
DC.
Throw us some maths questions, people. Throw us some maths questions.
Answer them, Dan, for once. Gym DJs, we have different ones. You would know whose playlist it is. So like Kim's Kim could do a upper body circuit, everything, flying off the bikes, whatever. Do acoustic Dermot. Kennedy, is he called?
Oh, who? Acoustic?
Yeah, like acoustic music, like chilled. And then is it his name, Dermot Kennedy?
Is that the start or at the end of a workout?
During. She can do it during. And we're all like, put up, I don't know, something with a beat.
Oh, what? I spent my Sunday yesterday playing my acoustic guitar, but that's because I was on a chilled one, not on a workout.
Exactly. But Kim does it chilled, and she'll still beast it, but I don't know how she does it. We're all like, no, get something else on, like something upbeat.
What's your go-to in the gym?
You see, I like, don't you know, pump it up. That's a good one at the moment.
You got to pump it up.
Yeah.
Don't you know?
So that's a good one for me at the moment. It's a good one that gets me going.
Wait,
I've been doing that with my runs recently because I've just started running on Saturday, so I do that at the moment.
It's my first bit of the local park.
So I'm only allowed to do straight line at the moment, so I've literally been just running down my local road.
I feel like I'm back in doing it with you because that's when we were just doing it with straight lines.
So I've been allowed to do 2.5k straight line running. And then today I was allowed to do 3. And I have to do it on the Strava app so that they know how much I'm running so they can keep an eye on me.
Oh my gosh. So tell us, what is your quarantine day on lockdown? What is it looking like? What's your routine from when you wake up to throughout the day?
So I would get up, make my breakfast. And then we have a rehab call with our physio and S&C. So they...
Wait. You're making breakfast. What are you making for breakfast?
Sorry. Something quite easy.
What? Wait, hold up. The sachet ones, though, that you just pour milk in.
Yeah, you just put the hot water in and mix it.
I was going for milk. You're going for water.
Oh, yeah, just what? Extra calories, you know. But yeah, then our physio and S&C coach ring us, and then they go through like what we've got to do for the day, what it consists of, and then they'll assess us over the phone. So like I'll have the phone on my knee and she'll see if it looks swollen, if I can put it down properly, stuff like that. So it's like a clinic but over the phone.
Okay. My question to that though, so I don't know, suppose you get a reaction to it.
Yeah.
And there's more swelling besides, like, you having a reaction because you're just coming back from running.
Yeah.
Then what happens?
They'll probably tell me to get ready. Use the ice machine. Yeah, I mean, not much. They can't even come and assess me. They can't come see me.
Yeah.
I have to do my own. So obviously, now my ligament's healed, it's got scar tissue on. So you know how obviously painful it is to get rid of it. So I have to rub it through myself at the moment.
Wowza.
Yeah. It's a bit, yeah, it's new, but I'm learning different things at the moment. So it's not a bad thing.
I suppose that's the thing, like in terms of everyone's situation, whether it's footballers, in terms of people working, businesses, it's like we can take all the negatives, which there are a lot, but it's just like finding ways to adjust and everyone getting through this.
Yeah. This, like, yeah, you're getting took out your comfort zone, even though you're technically not allowed out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's difficult.
But I swear, this is the first time I would say since the age of 8 that I've like got nothing to do. Like I'm itching.
Yeah,
like, I'm not a person.
You're like a little
who needs to
Duracell
sit
bunny,
in.
and you just wanna.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not great.
Okay. So you've game ready, you've iced. Then what?
Yeah.
Are you chilling? TV shows?
No, so I've got to do my rehab. So I've got to do daily doses, which are like my daily drills that I have to do to. What's an example? I'll show you. I've got my book here for my drills in.
Show us. Everyone tuning in. She's got to show us. Look. Wow, I need to come closer for that.
Let me see.
Okay.
So I've got.
Oh, so you're ticking them off and everything.
Oh yeah, it makes me feel better when I can tick them off and they're done.
Aye.
So yeah,
and that's got the date on them and everything.
I mean, I'm a little bit OCD with it.
Like it.
But yeah, just go through my program that I've been given. I did a watt bike today, which made me feel sick.
Don't even. What bikes? They give me nightmares.
I honestly don't like the thing. It's just sat there in my kitchen.
It's hard to describe what bikes are because it just looks like a spin bike. It is not a spin bike.
No, it's not. No, it's really not.
The quad burning. The quad, yeah.
When you feel sick, when you can't breathe, when you feel like you got blood in your throat.
I remember there's that one test that we used to do. You used to get off the bike. You used to be, your head was spinning. Like you used to feel so dizzy and that. I'm glad I don't have to do that again.
I've been doing like the 5K time trials where you work down from 500 meters. I've been doing them recently and try to like get seconds off my score each time, but when you get off, your legs are like jelly. Yeah, I have to sit down for a good 30 minutes after and just think about life.
Everyone doing their Joe Wicks and everything in the morning, and I think I listened to him saying about everyone saying about their quads and everything. Oh, that feeling of quads burning and not being able to sit down on your sofa. Nah, it's not the one. It's not the one.
No, I had to lean over the sink for a good couple of minutes and then prep myself to go again. No, it was tough.
Okay, so rehab.
Yeah. So yeah, rehab done, cardio done. I've got this at the moment. I don't know if you've seen on my Instagram. I've got a jigsaw.
Oh, London.
Yeah.
Okay. How far in you?
I completed it, Alex, in 4 days, and I got all the way to the end, and I had one piece missing.
No. Fuming.
999 pieces I had.
Wait, but it's got to be in the house.
Well, I thought I've lost it, so I looked everywhere where I've been with my jigsaw. So Kim gave me it, so I thought I'm gonna have to give Kim an earful now. That's it. So then I put it on my Instagram, a picture of it missing, and Jenny messaged me saying, "Oh yeah, that was my jigsaw. I think I lost that piece." So she didn't even tell me, and I'd already started it.
No, beats. Jennifer beat you, everyone. Fuming. How has she not told you that before you've even started?
I don't think she's told Kim. She just passed it on to Kim, and then Kim gave it to me, and Kim hadn't done it. So honestly, it broke my heart. I'd spent 4 days on it, and no. Oh
my gosh, you lot at home tuning in right now, is that your thing? Let us know what you're doing if you're doing puzzles.
Please. If you've got the missing piece of the jigsaw, send it on.
It used to be like, what's the cards that you used to do swapsies with? Come round on the World Cup. What are they called? They used to ask for swapsies to get the shiny stickers.
Oh, match attacks.
That or panini stickers.
Panini stickers.
Yes, that's what you need. You need someone to send you.
I think it was a little dog right at the front, a black dog. That's my missing piece. I was so devastated.
Heartbroken.
4 days, and I got so into it.
Wait, I want to ask you some more stuff, right? Let's take it back from when you signed for Sunderland, when you were 16?
Yeah.
So you started playing for Sunderland. Goals galore. What, 29 in your first season, 30 just rolling off the just rolling off the
I
stats
know,
for
look
you.
at you. You know more
Reminding
than
you,
me.
this is what I do. It's what, I've got to get my brain working again. And
True.
then you got promoted to the WSL. What I love, what I read, is that you were sponsored by someone, your local pub. Yeah?
Yeah.
So he sponsored you playing for Sunderland. And then to stay loyal to them, even though when you got promoted, you turned professional, yeah? You still went and worked in the pub.
Yeah.
Love
so
that.
I live in a little village called Hinderwell, and the village next to me was called Staves, and it had like a little pub at the bottom and like this really steep bank. And like they own, not many people own pubs anymore. Generally, it's like the brewery own them, but they own it. So like the pints, which will probably shock everyone from London, was like 180 a pint and 90p for a half a pint.
What?
This is what literally the cheapest.
I've never heard anything like that in my life.
Yeah, it was called the Fox and Hounds. So I literally went to work there when I was maybe 13, 14. I started as a pot washer.
Yeah.
Then I got promoted to being a waitress, so I started waitressing. And then when I turned 18, I worked behind the bar. So, yeah, I worked for them a long time. And, yeah, when I went full time, they sponsored me. So where I lived, it was an hour and a half away from Sunderland. So I used to drive. So they would give me, like, money for my petrol and stuff like that, which was really cute. Like, a bit extra to what they were already paying me, obviously. Or they would give me some money towards some boots or something. So yeah, I did that, and I mean, I owed a lot to them. You know, they helped me out big time. So when I get a chance to go home, I'll always go down to the pub and see people, and they'll be like the man in the corner called Rocky who sits there every day, and he's the exact same guy. Like, yeah, Rocky. Honestly, you wouldn't mess with him. You wouldn't sit in his seat either. So yeah, like I just went. I always go back, and yeah, I mean, you start somewhere, don't you? And you've got to remember where you start. So
wait, could you make a cocktail?
I wouldn't say I was a cocktail maker. It was more like old school, like beers and yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it was like an old school pub, so I didn't do cocktails.
Everyone tuning in, obviously, these times, drink responsibly and be of the
water
right
age.
Only.
Mint tea, that's what I'm drinking at the moment.
Do you know what? I wanted to bring up that story though, because that just goes to show in terms of the journey women's football has been on. So you did that, but then the decision to leave Sunderland and join Arsenal, how hard was that for you, that decision?
Yeah, it was a weird one because actually I'd just signed a new contract for Sunderland. So obviously then in my head I was like, I've signed a 2-year contract, I'm here for 2 more years. And then that season, obviously, Sunderland the men got relegated a couple of times. So, yeah, it had a big effect on the women's game. So, yeah, we had to go part-time again. So I was only like 2 years full-time and then went part-time, meant to go part-time again with Sunderland. So Arsenal luckily wanted me, which, was massive for me.
They luckily wanted you. Has everyone seen Beth Mead's goals? This girl doesn't do tap-ins.
No, I can't score tap-ins. That's a problem. It's a problem. I miss all the sitters and score the ones on the other half of the pitch. It's just a problem. I felt lucky at that time because, you know, I was in a position where I would have had to go back to part-time, which maybe would have pushed my career back a little bit, you know, or development of my career. So yeah, it was a tough decision because I just bought a house in Newcastle around there, and then I just signed a new contract. So you kind of think, oh, I'm set that for so long. Obviously, family's up north, which is quite nice as well. But yeah, it was the best decision I've ever made. But at the time, it wasn't an easy decision, and my first few weeks weren't easy either. Like
when you came into the Arsenal like training ground, obviously into the locker room with all of us and everything. Like, what was going through your mind?
I mean, I'm going to big you up. The likes of you and Kelly and people, obviously Kelly just left when I came, but like you were players who I'd looked up to for a long time, you know, and watched, and Arsenal were a big team. They'd won a lot of trophies and stuff. So I remember my first day coming in, and actually I was injured at the time. I've said I'm not injured a lot, but yeah, it was hard for me because yeah, the girls, I would say hi to the girls, and then you would go out on the pitch and I would be stuck in the gym.
Yeah.
And that was like me just getting there. So I struggled at first, kind of getting used to the routine of being full time again. Because obviously I was used, I mean, at Sunderland, to be fair, we trained on a morning, a group of 6 of us who were full time. Then we did gym, we went home through the day.
Only 6 of you?
Yeah, full time at Sunderland.
See?
Yeah. And then we went home throughout the day because obviously there was nothing else for us to do, and then we'd come in back in on a night to do our S&C programs, and then train again on the night with the girls who had been working all day. So for me to come in, train on morning, and then be done by 1, 2 o'clock, and then I'm like, it was weird for me because that's all I'd known, like going in at 9 till 12 and then coming back in at 7 o'clock again to do it again.
I remember those first couple of months and everything, because then like obviously like me being the captain and everything, it's like, I don't know, like you take on a lot of the emotional responsibility of all the rest of your teammates and players. And I remember the conversations with you and obviously Claire and manager at the time, and them saying about how you felt so homesick as well.
Yeah, I mean, growing up I was really homesick as a kid. I was probably, Mo Marley probably hated me at England camps because I was terrible. And then being at Sunderland, I got my own house and it wasn't like homesick as much anymore, but I always knew I was an hour and a bit away from home.
Yeah.
So obviously being 5 hours away from home, drive now is a bit different. It's not easy to just pop back for the weekend and then, so I think that was a bit of a realisation for me. And I knew some of the girls. I moved in with Jordan and people, but people had their own routines, and they did their own thing, so it's hard for you to like not want to butt into it too much, so you've got to kind of like so yeah, I found it difficult for a few weeks until I can kind of I could get on the pitch and run around with you for a little bit. But yeah, it was difficult at first.
What would you say? So what would you say your turning point was where you just like, I feel comfortable?
Do you know what the weirdest thing is? I don't actually remember when it was. Like it was quite, well, it must have been a smooth transition for me, but I guess when I managed to get on the pitch and could kind of show my personality as a footballer as well as a person. And then, I mean, when I was playing football, I didn't think about anything else.
2 hours afterwards?
Yeah, so I was getting goosebumps watching it still. Like, they're memories that I'll never ever forget.
People, if you didn't see it on Sunday, go catch up and watch it. It will definitely bring back all the memories.
BBC iPlayer.
Yeah, that whole process, it's hard to explain, like that feeling of not knowing if you are going to be called up to go to your World Cup, the training that you have to put in before, and then just waiting for that one moment where your dreams come true, you're going to a World Cup, or you're that player that's told, not this time.
Yeah, I mean, waiting for it. So what did we get? We got an email.
We got email,
we were going on, and then obviously it got announced by different celebrities.
Yeah.
But waiting for that email, and you knew it was coming through at 11, but you don't know whether it's gonna say whether you're going on that plane or not.
So you got decided on the email, didn't you?
We did decide because some people didn't want calls.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what's worse. You can cry if you don't go. Do you want to really cry to the manager? I mean, or cry with happiness? I don't know. I don't know.
Beth, I was too nervous every time. And because, you know, like you have certain people, like, because I don't know, like I was like kind of a regular starter. So everyone would always be like, oh, of course you're going. Why are you even doubting it? But you just never know, right?
You do.
Then the phone would like start ringing and say like it was Hope's number and Hope would come up. I'd be too scared. There'd be like times I wouldn't answer it because I'm like, can't do it.
I'll put it off. Just put it off.
Yeah. You know? Yeah. And then I'd call her back afterwards and be like, oh, I suppose my phone was downstairs or something.
I was just doing extras and
those feelings, like, I don't know, it's so hard to explain, like the anxiety just you feel around receiving an email or a phone call.
No, I think I knew when it was coming through, and I say it came through at 9. I was still awake about 10 million hours before it, and it made it even longer waiting. But yeah.
Do you feel after the World Cup things changed in terms of the amount of attention that was on the team, on players?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the viewing figures obviously were amazing when we were playing, and even when you're out there, you don't realise how much of a buzz back home it can be.
Mm-hmm.
So when you actually get home and people, I was walking in St Pancras and someone came up to me and was like, "Oh, you're Beth Mead from the World Cup, can we have a selfie?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's fine," but like, I'm like, how the
That sounds I'm not looking my best.
No, I'm probably like walking through in joggers or something. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to make an effort when I leave the house now.
Yeah, so like, look, I'm in my slippers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So's everyone. We're all at home. Same
Yeah.
thing. Stay home. I'm in my slippers.
So yeah, that stuff's kind of surreal, I guess. And someone's like, "Oh, we watched throughout the World Cup, and you made us fall in love with the women's game or something." It's like, it's a nice feeling, but you think,
You know
I'm
what,
just playing
Beth?
football.
I kid you not. So from last week, when I was doing this, everyone, I told you the amount of requests that I got. Please get Beth Mead on. Please get Beth Mead on. I told you, and you didn't even believe it. You're like, yeah, all right.
No,
now.
I'm like, you're just lying just to get me on, really.
No.
But then I'm like, I don't know why. I haven't. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just Beth, this girl who speaks with a Yorkshire accent from up north, you know.
What's your chant, actually?
It's well, I don't know. Marina's the proper one. I have Meado.
Meado. That's what I said in tweets today. I was like, Meado.
Oh, Maria made a new one, but I don't know actually know what it is. She plays out on the wing, Meado, or something like that. She hits, I don't know.
People, we need to get it from Maria. If anyone's got a video of Maria singing Beth chant, we need it. We need it.
Me too. And I clap out a sink next to her.
Do you know what? Actually, that's a good question, because you came to Arsenal, a prolific number 9 striker, but then come to a team with Viv in it, Miedemar, everyone, who's like Dutch goal scoring machine, and then you get moved out onto the wing. Like, what goes through your head at that process? Or
I think it was Pedro at the time who did it, so I hated him as soon as he did it. I mean, yeah, Viv came, and I was like, "Oh, I'm even gonna have to step up my game because I'm gonna have to because it's Viv." And then I got told I'd play on the left wing, and I was like, "Oh God, I'm gonna have to use my left leg for actually doing something now, not just standing on." But yeah, at the time I was thinking, I've been a number 9 for my full career. Like, I don't know any different. You know, some players are like, "Oh, I've played in this position for a while," but I'd always played number 9.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I ever knew. So yeah, I mean, it became weird for me, but at the same time, I think as a winger for Arsenal, it suits me a lot better because I'm able to get on the ball and try and get at someone or put a good ball in the box, and actually I get a buzz off putting a good ball in the box as I do scoring these days. So
shot or cross? Hey,
which one?
Your goals. Yeah, that's what I mean. You're making it a regular thing.
No, my one against Liverpool was definitely a cross. It hit a great bobble and went top bin. The one against Brazil was my time where I needed to come on and make an impact, and I'd already learned from the Wales game.
Yeah.
So I needed in the Brazil game too. So I made my impact in that one.
Goal's a goal. That's what I used to tell people.
Exactly.
Champions League final, my goal, wind assisted. I'm taking it.
I've been watching you.
I'm taking it. I'm running and taking it.
Why not? Why not? It won you a Champions League. I'd take it as well.
Oh wait, we have to before we get to, because like I said, people are sending loads and loads of questions.
Yeah.
Wait, your isolation routine as well, in terms of your process, like what TV shows are you watching at the moment?
So I'm actually going through Grey's Anatomy, so I've never seen it. So I'm
from the start.
Yeah.
Wowza!
I'd already started it, but I'm able to like binge it a little bit more.
How many seasons are there now?
Like
about 15.
Yeah, 15, 16
No,
seasons.
I don't even. Mum, I know you're tuning in somewhere. My mum was telling me about last month that she can't wait because there's no new ones at the moment. My mum's done them all.
Oh, she's done them. See, it's quite an old series though.
I used to love Grey's Anatomy, but then there was
Yeah.
like, I stopped it, and then I was like, there's too many to catch up on now.
Yeah, true. But I've started it from the start, and I think I'm on season 12.
Good going, good going.
Yeah, so I'm on that.
And then also, because, oh look, my mum's giving everyone the thumbs up. She loves a bit of Grey's Anatomy. Mum, get off. But in terms of, so everyone knows tuning in that I've been learning Spanish in isolation. Actually, is Dan Carter still around? Because me and Dan Carter, way back in the day, we always said we wanted to learn Spanish. Dan, I'm actually having online lessons with a teacher. But for real. How's your Dutch going? I remember last time you were learning some Dutch.
Yeah, it's okay. It depends. When people talk really fast, I'm lost.
Okay.
I can understand more than I can speak, so when the Dutchies speak now, they have to be careful what they're saying, because if they're talking about me, I'll know.
But can you speak some?
A little bit.
Give us some.
Like I would say, like if you wanted to ask how someone is, you go, who is it?
Who is it?
Who is it? Yeah.
Come on now.
What? But that's how it is.
Who is it? Hi, look, I'm speaking Dutch. Who is it?
There you go. And you go, so I say goed en met jou, which means good. How about you?
Goed?
Goed en met jou.
En met jou. Goed en met
I
jou.
was speaking Chinese.
Sorry, everyone, just like tuning in from Netherlands. Hoot, knew it. Something ciao.
What can we say? I love you is ik hou van jou. Katie knows this one, so she always says ik hou van jou to all the Dutchies.
Ik hou van jou.
Yeah.
Ik hou
That's
van...
I love.
Ik hou van jou.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm sounding like I'm a cat or something.
Ik hou van jou.
Meow.
Yeah.
Oh, funny. Wait, let's get to some of these questions because we're running out of time. Or normally, like, my lives have been going over, so I'm trying to stick to a schedule.
Oh.
Right, this one was from Lisa Loden. Sorry if I say the names wrong, by the way, from Twitter. It was for her daughter Olivia, who is age 10. Who was your inspiration when you were 10?
Mine actually was Kelly Smith.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched her. To be fair, it's actually with 2 Arsenal players and Thierry Henry.
Yeah. I've got a shiny fod. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so Kelly was mine, and I always wanted to play with her, and I just signed, and she retired.
She knew you were coming.
She knew I was coming to share.
That was
it. She didn't want to handle me.
Okay, this one is from Lily Mayo Shea on Instagram. Do you get to pick who you room with at England or Arsenal?
Generally, when you first go, you don't really want to say anything because you just want to do as you're told. But as you're getting set up a little bit longer, generally people, if the squad stays fit and similar players go, you would generally have roommates.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to be Leah Williamson's at England, and I am at Arsenal.
Okay.
So she's my roommate at Arsenal. She always has been, but I've known Leah since I was a kid at youth level as well. So that was quite nice. But throughout the World Cup and just before, Jodie Taylor was my roommate.
Ah, JT.
Yeah, JT. So I used to just make her laugh on a daily basis. Generally, they put me with someone serious, so that I can make them more fun. That's what they do, I think.
That's a good one.
Or I tell myself that anyway.
No, it is. That's most probably. Everyone needs to smile. This one, at Lionesses UK 01. If you had magic powers, what would they be? Or pick one. What would you choose?
I would quite like to fly.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's my one.
Yeah.
I think I would pick that.
I mean, who needs an airplane? You can fly to yourself to a hot country.
Yeah. Like, I just love travelling. So the thought of just being able to, like, get up and go.
Bit cheaper and fly yourself, or I mean, you're saving the planet technically as well.
Yeah. Out of all of this, when quarantine and everything is all over, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we get all through this soon, where would be, if you could choose anywhere in the world, where would you go?
I would love to go to Thailand.
Would you?
At some point, yeah. It intrigues me over there. I think it's a beautiful place. A lot of people have been, and I get jealous of when they put stuff on. So I'm like, I need to go there one day.
Okay, mine would be, that's the reason why I'm learning Spanish actually, because I've always wanted to go to Peru. So when this is all over and I'm fluent in Spanish, Peru, I'm coming for you. Okay, this one is from Sophie Asafar08. Best piece of advice you have ever been given?
So I'm going to say it's from my dad.
Mm-hmm.
When I was younger, I was quite a small child. and I used to play for a boys team, and I used to come up against a lot of big boys and girls.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wait, you might need to say it again because it froze.
Oh, did it? I said the bigger they are, the harder the fall. Because I was very small, and I used to come up against a lot of big footballers. So if I would always be like, I'm scared, I don't want to get hurt against them. It's like, yeah, but they'll fall harder than you will. And it always made me a bit more like less fearful when I went into tackles or near them.
Yeah.
When I was younger, now I'm like, I'll just get out of the way. I'll try to.
I used to remember, do you know what? Before, like when we were both coming back from injuries or like we were subs, the next day or straight after, you have to do blowout sessions.
Yeah.
And me and Beth, like we used to have to go up against one another.
1v1s.
Yeah, 1v1s. And
Yeah.
I used to be laughing because I'm always used to be like, take me on.
Yeah.
And
I do
now,
it
like
now.
when I watch you and you take people out, like, yeah, that's the girl.
Yes, that's Alex. That's Alex's. So I was quite lucky that you were mine.
Come on, take me on.
Yeah, we call them MPG sessions now.
Really?
Non-playing group.
Oh.
It's a bit sad, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
I won't tell
keeping
you the real
fitness
name
up.
that the girls come up with, though, because that's not appropriate for Instagram.
Leave it there. Okay, this one is Jess L. Keaton. Have you discovered anything about yourself since you've been in isolation?
I'm a bit, well, as you've seen from my book, I'm a bit OCD with everything I'm doing at the moment. And I like to clean a lot. I did it anyway, but I've had more chances to clean because I'm stuck in the house. So, like, dust annoys me, and I know I can't do anything about dust because it always comes back, but it stresses me out from the next morning.
Dust.
Dust.
What used to be the program? Little Bread.
Little Bread. It was. But honestly, it stresses me out, dust. It's one of my biggest stresses.
Oh gosh. And this one, wait, I think it's Lewis. Oh, baller, because not only did I see you sign a new night, well, you signed for night last year? End of last year?
November, was it?
November. Balling. You've got watches. This one wants to know, when are your watches going to be out?
My washes?
Watches.
Watches? I thought you said washes. I was like,
girls got watches.
Well, they're actually
Me.
They're actually out at the moment, but because of this, they can't be shipped. So I'm like, people keep messaging me, and I'm like, I'm really sorry, guys, but everything's on hold, being sent out at the moment. I only got sent a photo, and my family are meant to be getting them, and they've not even received theirs yet. So
okay.
I promise you they are coming. But
I'll give you my address, yeah?
Yeah.
One in the post? Wait, let's end on this
got my name on.
This one came. Wait, let's end on this one. This one came in today. Jenk 2903. Let me clear my throat with this one. Did Alex Scott retire too soon? For real, it's there.
Yeah.
What else?
We could have collabed down the wing. We didn't have a chance.
God, my ankles wouldn't have none of it. I had to, people.
Very true. We had to carry off a picture on a daily basis.
For real, like Beth, you would see me walking in the morning. Some day, guys, I couldn't even walk. Like
people just told us to go home.
Yeah,
it's not even worth having you.
I used to be like walking in, they're like, Alex, no,
but
I'm
actually,
like, I can run.
One day we had a session and you were like, oh, my ankles are killing me. And then we did 1v1s and you brought all these little tricks and all sorts. You were bawling and I'm like, she's a liar.
You know what, Farah? I don't know if Farah's in. Farah used to make me laugh. She used to call me Ronnie Ronaldo because as a fullback, I used to try and keep doing like all these step overs and stuff.
And it came off. I remember you were on my team though, so I was quite lucky that you were mine that day.
Days. Beth, okay, we have to like wrap this up because I'm determined not to make this go on for like 2 hours and stuff like I have been.
Let's go.
But you absolute ledge. Thank you so much for coming on, and everyone for sending in your questions. Wait, you say hi and bye to everyone and stuff.
Hi and bye. No, no, I'm joking. No, yeah, thanks for having me on, Al. And thanks for the people asking me. I guess the ones that you said were asking. Been a pleasure to chat.
Yeah.
Always here for a chat when you want one,
Hey.
especially in isolation.
No. Okay.
Yeah, but no, thanks for having me.
Thank you. You've cheered a lot of people up with coming on.
Good.
And we're having you again soon on Scotty Talk Live.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks, girl.
Okay.
Have
Bye.
a good evening.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
And just like that, she is gone. Guys, I did actually say we've got 5 more minutes, but on the schedule that I put up that I wanted to do a new thing to say thank you all for tuning in. We're going to do, I'll scroll through and then I'll spend the next 5 minutes going live with one of you guys. And because I was, you know, the whole decoration and everything I done for you, I actually found, I was like, what could I give to people for tuning in? I found some photos. So the person who I get to go live with, I will sign and send these to you, and I'll send them all out by the end of the week. So let's do this. Who can I go live with? Da, da, da. We have to make it quick because we are running out of time. Who wants to go live? Who wants to go live? Holler at me. Holler at me. Right. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's see if this person answers. We're connecting. Yay! Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Wait, who am I talking to?
You're talking to Olivia.
Hi, Olivia. Thank you for tuning in to Scotty Talks.
You're welcome.
Did you?
How are you?
Good.
Yeah. Oh my god, hi. I was going to show you my Arsenal shirt, but I don't know if you can see me because I can't see myself.
Show everyone. Love that you're in an Arsenal top.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
How are you guys?
Yeah.
Wait, so who's your favourite Arsenal player, both men and women?
So my favourite women's player is Katrine Beyer. And my favourite men's player at the moment is Hector Bellerin. So
do you know what I was actually thinking about? You don't need to shout out Hector because I was thinking about getting him on the show because he can teach me some Spanish.
Yeah. Hector's good.
See? And another right back to a right back. We can
I know.
See?
Well, that's the funny thing because
everyone said you've got a great t-shirt.
Yeah. That's a funny thing because you are you've been like my favourite player since I was being grown up.
Oh, thanks.
So yeah, it's kind of crazy. So it's nice to speak to you.
Yeah, no, thank you for tuning in. Did you enjoy the conversation with Beth?
Yeah, very good. I enjoyed it. I love because obviously like at the moment with like being in quarantine and that, like it's just like lonely really, so it's just nice to listen to some people. Yeah,
you know what, I'm going to keep it real with everyone tuning in right now because I know like I'm always smiling and I'm always laughing, but that is the thing, like we're all going through this together and I'm not going to sit here and lie and say like I'm like great with it, because I would actually say that yesterday was one of my hardest days, that I actually struggled as well. Like normally I have a routine, I get up, I go out for my exercise, I come home, but yesterday I was more in a negative mindset that I didn't even go out yesterday. So I tell everyone, like, we're all in this together.
We are, yeah. And I don't think, like, obviously there's a lot of negativity in the news and all that, and because it is, you know, it's quite a hard topic, but you know, we are all in it together really, so you just got to think positive, get through it, think about the football on the other side.
Think about the football. And then in the meantime, I'll try and do as much as I can and give you these to keep people positive and keep communicating with everyone. So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. And stay positive. And message me because I will then sign you a photo and I'll get it sent out to you for sure.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. Have a good evening.
You too. Bye-bye.
So look at that. And I'm actually keeping on time and on a schedule. Guys, I am going to wrap things up now. I just want to say thank you for tuning in, whether you're from England, London, or from wherever you are in the world, I really do appreciate it. Just a big shout out for tomorrow's guest, because tomorrow we are changing things up, like I like to do, different conversations from different people. Stacey Dooley will be joining us on Scotty Talk, so we'll be talking about all things her documentaries, when she first started making them,